the store at Max, and they do a great job. Megan Monette, Erica Gregg, Amy Hansen, and Ben Worley. We're extremely grateful to have a bunch of young people that really helps us, and the whole MAC team of a lot of high school kids, you know. There's always been, a lot of times people will say, you know what, the kids today aren't as good as they used to be. You know what, that's not true. It's not true at all. They're hardworking. You're going to have to put some expectations to them, but you know what, they always come through for you. So, you know, and I'd like to also thank my wife, Robin. We have 5 kids, and all 5 of our kids have worked at Max over the years. And my son Stuart is here, and my daughter Jenica is here. And I want to thank Robin because, you know, I always tell people, I talk to my wife on the way up and on the way down on the emotional roller coaster of running a small business. And many of you know what that's like. In the last 3.5 years, it's been a challenge to run a small business in Janesville. You know, the first, we opened June 1st, 2007. In that first month, my flour prices went from $9 a bag to $35 a bag. And then my cheese prices doubled. And then the next month, GM said, oh, by the way, we're leaving town. You talk about bad timing. But, you know, and then, you know, but you're really excited about being in business, and you're really pumped, and you know, you don't really realize that you really don't know what you're doing, but you're just kind of going along with it anyway. You know? And then you get 6 months into this thing, and then there's like 4 phases of competency. You know, the first phase is the unconscious incompetency, and then 6 months later is the conscious incompetency. That's where you really realize you have no idea what you're doing, and why the hell am I here, and how do I get out of it? That's really a good place to be sometimes. What happened to me is we got to that point and we said, your back's to the wall, you've got your properties mortgaged, and everything's on the line. So at that point you really have to start to go to work. And we did. We struggled with our identity, and we struggled with putting some pizza recipes together. And we finally got those right. And then about a year into it, my brother said to my brother Dave, I bought the business from, and many of you know, he said, you know what, you got to put in roasted chicken. And you know, many of you maybe don't know this, but my brother had a chicken store before he had a pizza place. And he had fried chicken that was to die for. And I said, will you help me out? He says, you bet we will. And I'll be forever grateful to him for doing that. So we got with a local company, the roaster company out of Beloit. Jeff and Tara Sumter have Sumter Sales down there. They helped us get the roasters, showed us how to do the recipes, and now there's a lot of people, and a lot of our customers tell us we have the best chicken in town. The roasted chicken was the game changer for us. You know, that was the product that separated us from the rest of the pizza places in town. And rather than try to run away from buffets, we embraced the buffets. When our customers, and many of you have been our customers for many, many years, and we're very, very grateful for that. But when customers come in, we want to have great customer service. We think that's so important. When somebody comes in and they said, hey, listen, could you do me a favor? Could you put me in a sausage, mushroom, and pepperoni? We'd be glad to do it, you know. And we try to do a lot of the little things that run our business and run it well. In addition to doing the lunch and dinner buffet, we added a lot of different things. Once we started putting the first year and a half was really, it was just trying to get our business. We were running lean, like every small business in Janesville was running lean. Nobody was having a great time back then, and we all still struggle today. But the one great thing about Janesville is we help each other out, and we try to do those things that we can really do to help each other out. One of the things that we added to our menu was a gluten-free pizza and gluten-free chicken tenders. There's a lot of people in town that have gluten issues, And it's so neat to see a family come in and tell me that they haven't been able to go to a restaurant because their child can't eat pizza anymore because he has gluten issues. We had one little boy who was 13 years old, and I went up and I asked him how his pizza was, and all he did was he had this big old grin on his face, and he goes like this. How was everything? And he's just grinning. He never said a word, but he was so happy just to have a pizza and be able to go out with his family. So we try to do a lot of different things in supporting our community and putting different items on. One of the things that we've done is we've started a casual catering where we can bring products to your businesses. We can. It's great for Super Bowls. I'm not on the team, by the way. But you know, we try to let our managers have a lot of impact or a lot of input in our business. We try to have monthly meetings to let them know how we're doing as a business. You know, Megan Monette, one of our managers, she came to me last year and she said, "Hey, I'd like to try to do some car shows." And I said, "Sure, go ahead, do it." So once a month for 6 months, we have car shows out at Max on Saturday night, the last Saturday of the month. And it was amazing the number of people that would come to those car shows. I was just astounded. I thought, there's no way people are going to come to that. But I was wrong. You know, and it's really neat to watch them grow and develop and be of such great character. So we're so grateful to have them in our lives and all the MAC team. And you know, like my buddy Sam over here, Sam Loisel. He's a retired school teacher. Now he's an entrepreneur. He's got a little Sam's Photography going. You know, he's another young local businessman. You know, and it's so neat to have those kinds of people in our lives. Sam's been one of our customers for many, many years, as many of you have. So.
Yeah, Sammy!
Glad we're feeding you well, Sam. You know, I'd be a little bit remiss if I did not thank my sons Stuart and Sam, because they helped me to develop my website, maxpizzashack.com. And my son Stuart runs the Facebook. Does a great job for me because God knows he knows I don't know how to do that. There's no way that's going to happen. But you know, I got a little story to tell you about Stuart. Stuart was 5 years old when he first started working at Max, and I put him on a milk crate, and his first job was spreading the cheese. You know, and he went to half-day kindergarten at that time. Well, half-day kindergarten, what a novel approach that was, you know. But anyway, he would go at 8 o'clock, and he would get done at 12, and we'd pick him up and take him home. Well, the next year, it's first grade, and Stuart went to St. John Vianney School over there, and I lived right around the corner, so I'd go and pick him up. I'd walk over there and pick him up. And he starts school in September. About mid-October, we're walking home, and Stuart says to me, he says, "Now, Dad," he says, "let me get this straight. There are no more half-days, are there?"
That was it?
I said to him, "Kid, there's no more half-days ever." It's memories like that that really helped me to be very, very grateful about being a part of Janesville. Because, you know, we're in this thing together. And we can't do this by ourselves. You know, and we would have never been able to sponsor as many of the sports teams and do what we do in the community if it hadn't been for you, our customers. And we're so grateful for that. A lot of this stuff would have never happened, and we help each other out whenever we can do local and help each other locally. If the YWCA calls for helping or hospice, we want